We think many adults underestimate kids' ability to ask big questions about the world and make meaning of their lives. But we've noticed that when given the chance to do this, they really can, and their answers can be surprising.
At Brilla, we did a lot of philosophical questions. We needed to answer them, and I thought that was a really good thing. When you're starting young, it's great because you understand more and you have more information when you'll grow up.
Please welcome Natalie Fletcher.
So, I have a confession. Watching that video is a bit of a surreal experience for me because I don't really recognize that girl anymore. That was at the start of my PhD, and it was just 5 years ago. And my greatest wish at the time was to have the space to experiment. I wanted to create a laboratory of ideas and of applied work where I could try, I could make mistakes, I could learn, and I could grow. And thanks to Concordia's open-minded approach and to my donors' great generosity, that's exactly what I and so many students here tonight have gotten. We have the chance to explore interdisciplinary approaches to research. We also have a chance to push the boundaries of what counts as knowledge. And we have a chance to put academic disciplines to work for the wider community. So when I say that I don't recognize that girl, it's actually the best possible sign, right? Because it means I've outgrown her. I was given a chance to outgrow her. So only a few years later, the programming that I run through Brilla, my registered educational charity, is now 6 times larger, offering children from preschool through college a supportive learning environment where they can wonder out loud about life's big questions, and that's through philosophical dialogue and creative projects in the form of camps, clubs, and workshops. I've gotten to work with children from diverse backgrounds, including children with special needs, Indigenous youth, refugee and new immigrant youth, and some of our participants have even had their first experience of Canada in one of our creative philosophy programs. So that's been really special. And beyond being special, it's been the most wonderful encounter with humanities' complexity and its potential for thoughtfulness. I have witnessed children become more confident, more articulate, more reasonable, and more resourceful versions of themselves by getting to collectively tackle the questions that matter to them most. Questions like, what does it mean to be a good person? What kind of world do we want to live in? What kind of life do we want to lead? How do we find meaning? And the creative works that have emerged from these dialogues have been so inspiring and so much fun. From slam poetry, to photography, to theater, and to designing the ideal school and the ideal sustainable community. These are all things we get to do with them. And meanwhile, in terms of my academic studies, I've had the chance to travel all over the world and to deepen my research alongside like-minded colleagues and organizations who share my mission. And that mission is to challenge our conceptions of childhood. It's to empower children to practice being autonomous in their thinking, but also in their creating, which sadly they don't always have a chance to do. So Matthew Littman, who is the founder of Philosophy for Children, the model that we use in our programming, he once said, "Philosophy is not a matter of age, but of the ability to reflect scrupulously and courageously on what one finds important." So talk about cute, it's a little cute. However, I'm so grateful to my donors for taking a chance on an unusual project such as mine by letting me explore for myself what I find important, so that in turn, the children with whom I have the great honor to work can get in touch with the natural philosophers they already are. In a university context, philanthropy's greatest impact is in its capacity to entrust young scholars with the freedom and responsibility to boldly embrace the unconventional, to confront difficult human realities with care and compassion, but also with innovation and with creativity. It's not only in research, though, but in related projects that highlight the real-world relevance of brave academic pursuits. In a world overflowing with complex issues, I think it's essential for young people to explore the topics that matter to them so they may emerge as considerate and capable thinkers with ideas worth sharing. Thanks to the generous funding that I've received, I've learned and I keep learning about the power of dialogue. The dialogue I get to do with kids, but also with the other people I work with. How it can enable us to be more comfortable with uncertainty, to listen more attentively, to resist our own biases, and to stay clear of stereotypes. All this to discover and appreciate the diversity of human experiences and perspectives. So today, if I can call myself a published researcher, a charity director, a philosophical practitioner, a children's activist, and an all-around geek, it's because philanthropy has supported me in these efforts. I'm not alone. Everyone here, so many of us, students and graduates alike, have gained immensely from the kindness of strangers. So tonight is about recognizing who they are and how they've contributed to who we are by fueling our sense of purpose and of engagement. So on behalf of that girl and this girl and the person that I hope to be moving forward, thank you, truly.